welcome back to Plum Mashable. So what I'm going to do for you guys today is I'm just going to show you how I'm going to design this week in my diary, in my planner. So I'm just going to open her up and just use my keys to find the right page. So just open it up, that was to last week. So this is to this week. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to pull these out so they're a bit easier to work with. I'm just going to move my planner off to the side for now. So I've got my weeks all organised there. So the way I sort of plan things is when I know something's going to happen, I'll put it in pencil until it's confirmed, and then I'll put it in pen. So little notes that I've got on here. So on Saturday it's the Montville markets, which I was thinking of going to and having a look at. I'm scheduled to go scuba diving on Sunday, and there's a little note for myself telling me that this weekend is the qualifying and elimination finals in the AFL, because I'm an AFL freak. The other little thing I've got here is my little netball sticker. These are handmade just off a picture I took off Google, so just to remind me that I've got netball. I don't know what time it is yet, so that's why those stickers are there, because I don't know what time yet, and when I know what time it is, I'll write those in. So what I'm going to do with this week is I'm going to do a bit of an owl theme. And what I mean by that, I'm just going to grab this is my box of paper and bits and pieces that I've collected. So just on this little envelope, this is just something that came out of the Paper Lovers book that I made. So a little while ago I got some wrapping paper from kikki.k, and it had this really cute owl design on it. So I've cut out a lot of these ones out of scraps from pieces that I've used elsewhere. So I've actually got a few in here. I'll tip them out in a second and show you. So I've just been keeping them in here, and I think it's about time I used them. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to use those. I'm going to put that off to the side. I'm just going to do a quick little dig in here because I actually know what I'm looking for. So these are all scraps of paper that I might have used on something else, and I'm a bit of a hoarder when it comes to paper. I tend to keep stuff when I really shouldn't. So this is just all scraps of paper that I've used somewhere else and I don't want to throw away. So I'm just trying to find the piece of paper I want. It's going to be right down the bottom, isn't it? I'm just going to pull this bit out. So this is the bit that I'm talking about with the owls. So I've got a couple extra bits here. That piece isn't quite what I need. So I'm going to go back in here. That's the perfect bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these spots from the other side down one end. So I'm just going to move that over to the side. So I'll just put those out like that. So what I'm going to do then is I'm just going to grab my paper trimmer. This is just a Fiskars one, and it's just a little one. So because I know that these are already the right size, I don't have to worry too much about measuring them. Now these are just a little bit too long for my paper cutter, but that's not actually a bad thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line this up. This bottom edge I know is straight because that's actually the edge that came with the paper. Might be that edge. Might be a corner. I'm not even quite sure. But it doesn't really matter because I don't mind things being imperfect in my planner. So I'm just going to fold that up. Line that bottom one up. That way I'm going to get at least a semi-straight kind of line. And just give it a big push down there. So that gives me the first bit. And I'm going to just do the same thing again. And the other side. So that gets me, whoops, let's cut that. That gets me the little strip that I'm going to run down here. And as I said, it looks pretty straight to me. That'll do the job anyway. So then I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Because I know this line's already straight, I'm just going to get what roughly I think is the right width. Yeah, that'll be fine. Cut down there. That one's perfect. So there we go, there's my two little strips that I'm going to run down there. So I'm just going to use my glue tape with this. So I'm just going to run the tape down here. I'm just going to line that. I'm going to do it this way. I'll line that up with the edge as close as I can. Just stick it down. So it doesn't really matter, there's an overhang, so I'll cut that off in a minute. There's that side. We'll do the same with the other side. And you can do this with any kind of paper you like. If you find some wrapping paper that you like somewhere, or someone gave you really nice wrapping paper for like a birthday or something, you could do that. So line that up with the sides. There we go. So then I'm just gonna, just with scissors, just trim off the top and the bottom. That looks really cute. Looks like there's little eyes popping out over the top there. So once you've got those stuck down, you can see the only disadvantage really here is that I've cut off my numbers. So that's not necessarily a bad thing either. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to write them in just on the side here so I know what they are. It's not that big of a deal for me. But then I at least now know what they are. Obviously know that that's Wednesday, so that must be Thursday. So that's not that complicated. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to punch the holes. So I'm just using my stationery kit from kikki.k. So there they are with the holes punched. I kind of like the way that this dot's almost lined up. It's not quite, but I think that looks really cool the way it sits there. So all I'm going to do then is I'm just going to quickly put in a couple more things that I know I've got on next week. Just grab one of my pens. So I know on Wednesday night I've got dinner at Grandma's. So I'm just to remind me. Then we're going to get along with the actual decorating. So like I said, I'm going to use these little cutouts from this same wrapping paper, so they are going to sort of fit in the design. So it's got a couple of clouds and some owls. So I'm just going to use them all through here. Got a couple of hearts from something else, so I'll put those over to the side. So I'm just going to line up, I'm just going to move these out of the way for a second. I'm going to line up what I have got here. So I've got some clouds. I've had in that little envelope. So I'm going to use, not all of these, but I'm going to use a bunch of them. So these are all from where there was obviously edges. So I'm going to use those and actually put them down the edge here. So I'm just going to grab that piece of scrap paper. Whoops. It's the only downside to this glue tape. Sometimes it kind of takes a bit of it if you're not holding onto it properly. A bit of glue tape. I'm just going to stick him on as close to the edge as I can get. So got a little owl there. Use a couple of these spots. And you pretty much just move them around to see what suits you. Use those just at the top there like that. Picking them up would be good. A little bit like that. Grab one of the clouds. Because that kind of matches up with that paper, it looks kind of cool. got that side. And then with the other side we might put a big owl in the middle. We'll use an orange owl rather than a blue owl. So put him at the top there, just because the weekend's a bit full. These yellow spots because I don't have a lot of yellow on this side. Use some green. Use these ones just in the corner here. So we've got that basic little bit of decorating. So the other thing I'm just going to add with this is just a little flipper tag. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab this out of my paper book. So this is a little card I got from Spotlight. I can't quite remember if it came in, it might be a Creative Keepsakes pack, but it's just got Love Life on one side and it's got the little spots. I want to use the spots more than the Love Life, and I just want to use it, I think, just at the top there. And I'm just going to put another one of the owls on there just to kind of tie it in. So I'm going to do this little orange owl. Ow, it's sticky. Just a little bit there. I'm going to put him on the side there. Another cloud. I'm just going to draw in some little raindrops. I don't know why, but I feel like putting raindrops there. So that's just there, just as a bit of a decoration and an extra sort of bit there. So what I'm going to do then is just line this up where I kind of want it. I'm just going to flip it over and try and keep it as close to where you had it as you can. Grab hold of your pen and just marking where your holes are. Grab your tag. Oh, right where the owl is. Damn! Oh well. You still get the point. Actually, annoying as this is going to be, I'm actually going to pull him off now. There you go. Because I have another owl, it's not a big deal. Actually, I'm just going to grab, this is just out of another bit of that paper that I had. I'm just going to grab that bit out. Exactly the same sized owl. So I'm just going to cut him out just in the same sort of pattern as I did before. So it's kind of looks like an inverted bell kind of thing. That's the best thing about keeping your scraps. Sometimes you can actually use them to rescue you when you've made a little boo-boo. I'm going to put him down the bottom now. There we go. Then I'm just going to put those over to the side. Just going to grab my planner. Use my key to find my spot. Didn't work anyway because I forgot to put it back where it should have been. Open that up. Make sure I put the key back this time where it's supposed to be. Put that in. It's got a little ruler there as well. Actually, I'm going to put that into next week. So there we go. That's this week's decoration. When these get closer and when I can confirm if I am going to go to the markets, what time they're on and what time we're diving on Sunday, I'll put those dates in, and I'll also put what time we're going to play netball. But those stickers are just there just to remind me that I have got netball on. Probably will still put extra things in these days as well. There's just nothing on at the moment. That's something that it is. On the 10th of September is my stepdad's birthday, so I'm just going to write that in really quickly just to remind myself. So I'll remind myself to buy him a card. So I've just realised I forgot to put that card back in, so I'm just going to open it back up again. Put that card in where it's supposed to be. There we go, that looks a bit better. So that is this week in my planner. If you keep an eye on my channel, I do these semi-regularly just to keep you guys updated on what I do in my planner. If you guys are interested in those, please subscribe below and you'll make sure you don't miss any. If you have any questions or comments or requests on things you'd like to see me do, just let me know. I'd love to hear from you, so definitely send me an email or leave a comment below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys again really soon. Thanks, bye.